Welcome to another episode of Irvin Ely's Science and Technology Show. And the topic of this show is scientists reverse aging today. So I spoke a little bit about this on one of my previous episodes, but I want to speak a little bit more about this. I can't put in words how big of a deal this is. So as you may know, they scientists reversed the aging in mice last year. Some of the things that were done were they were able to turn hair, like gray hair, went back to being black and growing long black hair again. Wrinkles, like the mouse were old, they had wrinkles. They did this and the wrinkles went away. And it goes beyond that. That's just some of the cosmetic effects for it, but also like the aging, like these mouse, some of them were old and like they were having trouble getting around. Like they were basically like crippled almost, they were hopping, they were old. They did this to them. The mice were back up, running around like young mice again. I think these scientists at the University of Alabama, I think is where this was done. So here on the screen, I'm just going to show you a little bit of it, let you listen to a little bit of what they're talking about. They did something in the mitochondria of the cells, the energy part of the cells that went in there, and I think it's the MMN, don't quote me on it, but some compound they injected in there. Basically, you have a lot more of this. So when you're young, like your cells are filled with this. As you get older, it gets less. So you're here, they took some, I think some regular mouse, and what they did was decrease it first. And when they decreased it, the mouse, they got like old, their hair gray, they were hobbling around, they had wrinkles. And then they took those same mice and they injected like more than normal into them. And they went back to young black hair and all that. So let's check out a little bit of here.
Something in our mitochondria. It's this little organelle that's in every single cell. It's the powerhouse of our cells. It's what gives all of our cells energy. And what they found was when you depleted that amount of DNA in that cell, then you didn't have energy, you got older. Within 2 weeks, these mice had wrinkles and had less hair. And then when you all of a sudden amped up that DNA expression in the mitochondria, they all of a sudden had no wrinkles and had more hair, and the hair that had turned gray went back to turning dark.
I mean, that's a breakthrough. That's unbelievable. And everybody is, that business in general is huge. But you're talking about changing DNA.
Yes.
We had a conversation.
So, and again, not only did the wrinkles go away and, the hair turned back black, but again, these, like they were aging, like, we get 80 and 90 and you're hopping on a cane. These mouse went from that to running around like they were young. And I mean, this happened fairly quickly. So they actually are starting this, that is in mice. So this year they're starting human trials on humans. I think the actual name of this compound that, they're injecting into them that's making it work is called MMN, I believe. MMN is, I don't know what that stands for, you have to look it up, but MMN is the compound that, like I say, that makes this, like your body produces it normally, I think, just not, as much as you would like, especially as you get older. So you can actually, people in California, I've heard, are actually taking infusions of this, even though it's not FDA approved, but they've been so, like, the benefits of it look to be so astounding. People are like starting to self-medicate, self-inject themselves. You can buy, I'm going to look into this year myself as far as buying that MMM compound and, able to take it yourself. There's only one or two like legitimate companies that sell the real deal. So when you go down to like the vitamin store, or you go to anywhere to buy supplements, any of that, most of those are not the real deal that you want. Now at this point, the real deal MMN or NR is expensive. It's several $1,000s a year, I believe. Hopefully the prices will be come down, but like I say, you can get it. So I'm really looking forward to see some things that happen in mice when they do the clinical trials in humans. Some of it doesn't transfer over. I'm going to be really interested to see if that transfers over this year. But this is huge. You guys comment, like, share this, and let me know, like, what do you, I've been predicting this, and it's like, this is like here now, like this is going to be in your lifetime, the next 10 years, this should come out of clinical trials and be available for people. But what does this do? If you're a religious person, believe in God, what does it do when they're basically now death has been eliminated? You're not dying anymore. What is that? I'm interested to know for religious people, what does that do to your faith? If men now are able to eliminate death and you're basically able to live forever, You know, besides an accident happen, you know, you get ran over by a bus. But as far as aging, you wouldn't die. You can still get hit by a bus, and they're working a way to actually, if that happens, so you could even live past that. That's with uploading your mind, so like it can be copied down. That's a topic for another show. But just that man, as far as aging itself, not getting hit by a bus, of just, you know, natural causes, death. What do religious people think with that, you know, being able to have it? Do you think it's not going to occur? God's not going to let it happen? Does it do anything to your face? So I'm just curious. I'm not, you know, getting on you guys either way. I'm just curious what you think as far as that's concerned. I think that's going to be pretty much it for this one here. Was there anything I missed? But that is just huge. And they're not just stopping aging, like I said, they're saying reversing aging. So basically, you know, I'm 40 now. You could reverse back to when you were 20 and, you know, look and feel like you were 20, and maybe even feel a little bit better. But just imagine that, you know, able to turn back to a younger age, you know, now you're outrunning your son or your daughter, or at least able to keep up with them. So, like I said, we're going to keep track of this. I'm definitely going to watch these clinical trials in humans that will be occurring this year in 2020 and see, you know, what comes out of that. But this is the real deal here. And so I will keep you guys informed. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Irvin Ely Science and Technology. Until next time, thank you.